Hello, my name is Alex Lundberg, and today I will be giving a presentation on the use of artificial intelligence to predict and prevent power outages. First, we'll start off with why power outages are such a big issue. As a Floridian who's experienced many hours and even days without power due to our frequent summer thunderstorms and hurricanes, I can tell you that it is not a pleasant experience, especially during the summer with no AC. It can also have a negative impact on small businesses as well, as virtually every business relies on electricity to complete transactions during this digital age. Falling power poles can also damage structures, while fallen wires pose an acute threat to the public. Hospitals and nursing homes also rely heavily on power, provide care for the sick and the elderly. A loss of power can have dire consequences for these as well, as it can affect patient care. One of the most common causes for power outages is fallen vegetation damaging utility poles and lines. Extreme weather can also contribute to this as well, as high winds can also damage poles and wires as well. On average, power outages cost an estimated $18 to $33 billion per year in the United States alone. Extreme weather, such as heat waves or snowstorms, can also generate a large surge in electrical usage, which is capable of overwhelming the grid and leading to outages and rolling blackouts as well. This can also cause electricity prices to surge as electricity becomes a premium. How is AI being utilized to prevent and predict power outages? One of the earliest cases that I could find of AI being used to predict and prevent power outages was with a Canadian utility company in 2017. This company used AI to monitor the vibrations of their power lines. Wires that vibrated more were more likely to fail, so the company would preemptively replace them before a failure occurred, preventing power outages. More recently, however, AI is being used to predict where vegetation is most likely to cause outages using machine learning and a combination of variables such as satellite imagery, weather patterns, soil type, soil saturation, precipitation, vegetation, and many others. A combination of these variables is then used to predict where companies should focus their vegetation removal efforts. This is important because this is a limited and finite resource for companies and quite expensive as well. So by using AI, companies are able to figure out how to maximize the usage of their resources and where to best delegate them in order to prevent the least amount of damage from blackouts and the largest inconveniences from occurring. It can also be used to help build a more resilient grid, as companies are able to predict where extreme weather is most likely to occur that could possibly damage electrical equipment. AI has also been used to optimize the charging of backup batteries when electricity use is low and there is excess energy in the grid. When energy uses surge unexpectedly, such as during heat waves or snowstorms, this energy can then be put back into the grid, allowing the company to meet the increased demands to prevent blackouts from occurring. There are some ethical concerns and other issues that should be considered when using AI. The first being that the algorithm could discriminate against low-income communities due to biases in the algorithm. While there are no specific examples of this, one example could be if the algorithm looks at property values as a contributing factor for determining where to do vegetation removal. If property values are low, the area could be ignored for vegetation removal and experience more blackouts compared to more affluent areas. Another issue to consider is that every model might not work best for each area. For example, a model looking for power outages in arid regions such as Nevada might not work for an area such as Florida, which has much more vegetation and extreme weather. AI can also be costly and expensive to develop. This could pass the cost on to customers as well. It may also be hard to get the entire company to fully commit to it, which is absolutely critical when implementing AI. The company will need support all the way from the CEO to the lowest level employees to make sure that implementation is functional and working. The company will also have to work hard to ensure that there is trust in the AI system as well, and that people do not undermine it or disregard it. In conclusion, AI is a powerful tool that can be used to minimize and predict power outages before they occur. Currently, there are also many companies such as IBM that are developing programs for utility companies to use to predict and prevent power outages as well. Many companies have been or are currently employing AI to help predict and prevent outages as well, and this number is expected to grow as AI becomes more and more trustworthy and capable.